committed to having a lot of great speakers and to really kind of expand who's involved. So we really reached out to other state organizations and open it up for, doulas and childbirth educators and so forth. So we really had some great speakers and turnout. And this year, Leslie's going to be there. And,
I'm so excited. We'll do some business chats and
that's going to be great. And Adrienne Leeds, who is a friend, because she used to live in South Carolina and now she lives in Boulder, but she's coming out for it. Sister Morningstar is going to be there. Margie Wallace is going to be there. And we might get some more folks too. And then we actually are doing a pre-conference with Stuart Fishbein. So he's going to come and do a pre-conference with us. So it's a great event, wonderful, wonderful speakers, and we just love it.
So and I even stressed, my jaw dropped when you sent me the registration paperwork. I was like, this includes food, lodging, and meal, and this is your conference rate. It is a great deal. If ladies are looking for that 1 or 2 places to have a retreat and have some fun this year, like this fall, what are the dates again? End of August.
Yeah, it's August 24th through the 27th. So it's that last weekend in August. And it's in South Carolina, just close to the North South Carolina border. A place called Camp Canaan. It's great. It's a little island. It's the whole camp. The whole island is a camp in the Catawba River. So it's just lovely.
Yeah, so you really get to get back to nature and camping and fire and kumbaya. It'll be fun for midwives. Yeah.
We have like massage therapists there and chiropractors. And so you can get all kinds of services and vendors and stuff. It's a big event for us.
Cool.
And so we love that. So that's a big event. And we've really evolved again from that just once yearly thing to now we do monthly workshops. So usually they're half a day to a full day, but we always have CEUs for them. And it's just been a great way to keep the midwives, coming back for more and coming back for CEUs, and they can really count on that. But also there's a lot of networking that goes on during those times. And also I really encourage my students to come to the workshops, because why teach them twice when I can teach them once, So I'm like, shoulder to toe show we'll be covering at the workshop. So sign up, and I try to do a lot of them as hands-on workshops too. So the next one we have coming up is in March. It's in March, May the 15th. It's estimated blood loss, which is such an important workshop to do, and such a great hands-on workshop, because that's something, you can read about it plenty, but
and it's a lost art, just like with Leopold's in the hospital, because everything is QBL in the hospital. Like the average practitioner cannot tell a position of a baby without an ultrasound machine, and cannot estimate blood loss anymore, because the technology is doing it for them.
They just don't do it. They have their plastic bag, and if it doesn't fall into that bag, no one has any idea that
estimated fetal weights. I mean, our hands, we have to do more trainings of the hands and the true calling, like not implementing all this more and more technology into our midwifery care. And community-based midwives are very good at that. I mean, they don't have an ultrasound machine down the hallway. They don't have a bag. They are much better. Like, it would piss people off when I would be at the hospital and I could be pretty darn close within 50 cc's of, I can tell you what that's going to end up on that scale, or I can estimate the fetal weight. I can do a lot of things that the average practitioner in the hospital can't, because I've been blessed with that community-based skills that they just, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Right. Definitely. And we know, that's a gap. That estimated blood loss is a real gap in knowledge. And I think it really kind of scares students straight to be in and be like, I was way off on that. Right. And interesting, because I think midwives that do a lot of cooking are better at estimating
the cuts and the measurements.
That sounds strange, But
well, because they're familiar, they're used to like pouring in like how much that ended up when they put it in their container.
Right.
And talking about medical terminology, because there's a lot of direct entry midwives that'll put 3 cups, 4 cups, like what is the nomenclature? So we're all on the same page,
Right.
milliliters, and what is that equivalent out to? And not just this number, but what does 300 cc's mean? What does 600 to this woman? Like getting them to think about, one person could give a liter and be totally fine. Another person, because she's anemic, cannot have more than 500-600 loss. So it's about the assessment and the vital signs, and not just this number. And you treat everybody the same because she lost 1,500, she lost 1,200, she lost 500. Everybody gets the exact same, because that's what happens in the hospital system. Unfortunately, it's not based on your individualized situation. Yeah. She comes in at a hemoglobin 14. It's a very different conversation than a hemoglobin 8 starting out.